Mid-year review form for teacher 1 to 3. Name of employee, so yung pangalan po ninyo dyan isusulat. Position, your division, the rating period, ito po yung from first quarter to second quarter. And then, starting from August 2022 up to February 2023. The name of rater, kung sino po yung nag-o-observe sa inyo. It can be your school head, your head teacher, or your master teacher. The position, and then the date of review, kung kailan po pinapapasa sa inyo ang inyong MRF. Next, let's go now here. The Basic Education Services, KRA. We have content, knowledge, and pedagogy. Objectives. So, objective number 1, applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. So, for the weight per KRA, that is 22.5. What are the means of verification? So, we have the COT, the lesson plan, the instructional materials, your performance task test, and then, of course, the rubrics and others. Kapag naglagay po kayo ng iba, you need to specify and you need to provide annotation. So, ano po yung tinatarget natin dito? It's the quality, the efficiency, pero walang timeliness. So, dito po, ilalagay ni ratee or ni teacher ang kanyang rating at ang kanyang remarks. And then, dito naman ilalagay ni rater or the principal, the head teacher, or your master teacher, yung kanilang rating and then their remarks. And then, so what is the result of the mid-year review nito? So, after na masagutan ni teacher at ni rater, magpa-finalize na po kayo kung ano ang score ninyo or rate ninyo for that MOV or for that objective. Now, let's proceed to objective number 2. Use a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy skills. So, what are the MOVs? Still, the COT, the lesson plan, the instructional materials, the performance tasks that used in teaching, the results of assessment used in teaching, and others. You need to specify and provide annotation. Still, the performance target is quality and efficiency only. Objective number 3, apply the range of teaching strategies to develop critical and thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills. So, ano ba yung mga MOVs natin dito? The COT, your lesson plan. So, sa lesson plan po natin, hindi siya basta-basta lesson plan lang. Kailangan nakalagay doon na si teacher ay nag-develop ng critical and creative thinking or HATS. Okay po? So, dapat meron yung mga processing questions na ginamitan natin ng HATS. And then, what else? Instructional materials, the different teaching strategies that develop critical thinking. So, alam ko, teachers, marami tayong mga iba't ibang instructional materials na ginagamit and different strategies for us to help the students. But here, in objective number 3, dapat ginamitan natin ng HATS. The performance tasks used in demonstration teaching or during the observation, the results of assessment used in teaching, and others, you need to specify and provide annotation. KRA2, Learning Environment and Diversity of Learners. It is under Objective 4. Manage classroom structure to engage learners individually or in group in meaningful exploration, discovery, hands-on activities within the range of physical learning environment. So, what are the COT? What are the MOVs? The COT, lesson plan, and then others. Okay? This time, in the lesson plan, you have to identify the engagement of learners in each activity that you were given to them. Okay? And then, for the objective number 5, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning focused environment. So, ano yung mga MOVs under here? It's still the COT. But here in the COT, you need to identify you need to provide the different motivation. Na ikaw ay nag-praise sa learners, you giving them positive feedback. Okay? And then you need to also indicate the setting of house rules and guidelines. And you need to also ensure the learning active participation, allowing learners to express their ideas or opinions, giving equal opportunities to learners, and encouraging learners to ask questions. And kung wala doon, meron ka pang ibang nagawa, you have to identify or you need to specify and provide annotations. Now, let's proceed to objective number 6. Use differentiated, developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. So, ano yung mga MOVs here? COT, lesson plan. But here in the lesson plan, hindi siya basta-basta lesson plan lang. You need to highlight the differentiation in content, product, process, learning environment, or others according to learners' gender, needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. So, kailangan nyo pong i-highlight doon. And number 3, the instructional materials develop highlighting in the differentiation in content, product, process, and others. Okay? Next, let's proceed to the KRA number 3, that is curriculum and planning. Under objectives number 7, planned, managed, and implemented developmentally sequenced teaching and learning process to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching contexts. So, ano yung mga MOVs needed? COT, your lesson plan, but this time, your lesson plan, you need to highlight the developmentally sequenced instruction that meet curriculum goals and varied teaching contexts. So, dapat po yung lesson plan ninyo ay naka-align dun sa objective. And instructional materials. Alam ko, teachers, marami tayong instructional materials and different teaching strategies na ginagawa natin. But this time, in objective number 7, you need to identify the learning process to meet the curriculum requirements. Okay? And then, kung meron naman kayo hindi nagawa, pero nagawa nyo sa ibang pagkakataon, sa ibang paraan, you need to specify and to provide annotation. Next, objective number 8. Participated in collegial discussion that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching process. So, what are the MOVs here? Your personal notes of teachers, your LAC, FGD meetings with proof of attendance, minutes of the LAC, minutes of the meeting, and others. So, meron din kayo mga pictures during the LAC session, during the FGD or your department meeting. You need to include that. And then, objective number 9, selected, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address learning goals. So, what are the MOVs here? Your COT. Take note, hindi lang po basta-basta COT ang nakalagay, but kailangan naka-highlight din na si teacher ay gumamit ng different ICT materials or resources like the activity sheets, PowerPoint presentations, video clips, module, SIM, and others. And including your DLP or your lesson plan, kailangan din po integrated sa ICT. And others, you need to specify and provide annotations. Next, objective number 10 for the KRA4, that is assessment and reporting. You need to design, selected, organize, and use diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. So, what are the MOVs here? Your COT. Okay? But this time sa COT, kailangan nandoon ang diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies. So, teachers, yung inyong summative test ay dapat nakalagay po yan sa inyong learning plan. Okay? Sa inyong lesson plan. Dapat naka-insert po yan. Tsaka nakalagay doon kung kailan kayo nag-summative test. And then, prepared lesson plan, your modified DLL, which is highlighting appropriate use of formative assessment strategies. You need also to develop diagnostic tests with TOS, with signature or reviewed by your master teacher or head teacher or even your school head. You also need to put the developed summative test with TOS still with reviewed or approved by your superior. And then develop performance tasks with rubrics reviewed by your superior with sample accomplished rubrics and others. And then for Objective 11, compilation of learners' written work with summary of results with signature of parents. So yung mga pinagagawa po natin, dapat may signature ng parents. Formative, summative assessment tools with TOS and frequency of errors with identified least mastered skills. So pwede din natin lagay dito yung ating index of mastery. Class record or the grading sheet, your lesson plan, modified DLL showing index of mastery. So yan po. Kaya kailangan teachers ang inyong index of mastery. Meron ako ditong another video na nagpapakita kung paano pag-compute ng index of mastery. And then Objective 12, communicated promptly and clearly the learner's need, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents and guardians. So the MOVs here are at least 3 samples of corrected test papers of the same 3 learners in the same learning area with parents or guardians, signature, and date of receipt. Minutes of PTA meetings or parent-teacher conferences in all quarters with proof of parents-guardian attendance. Report cards with parents or guardian, and then communication with parents or guardian using various modalities, anecdotal record showing entries per quarter, and other documents. Next is the plus factor. Perform various related work activities that contribute the teaching and learning process. So this is only 10%. So the means of verification, the certificate of recognition or participation, training, speakership, committee involvement, book or journal, coordinatorship, coaching and mentoring for pre-service, in-service teachers, and others. So still the quality and efficiency, but no in timeliness. So I hope you learned something from me today, and on my next vlog, I'm going to show to you the different portfolio. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.